Time, one of the reasons I joined corrections is years and years ago, if you weren't 6 foot tall or higher, you couldn't get a job with the police department. There was a height restriction. Corrections didn't have a height restrictions. Back then, I met a guy that was like 5'4", and they told me he was a corrections officer. When I saw him, I said, well, I can do it too then. So, like Elio, we joined corrections, but after a while, we want to do some more because by the time they get to you, they've already made some mistakes. Plus, we want to take home cars, and corrections rules are going to give us take home cars, so there are some benefits. I do thank everybody I work for corrections that got me started, and I really do believe that if you work somewhere in the jail, you can work anywhere, and you can survive anywhere you go. It's a different type of, you just got to go there to realize how it is. I got a comment with the hammocks. Right away I said, what do I do? What can I do to work in the community? So neighborhood resource was a good job. Plus it kept you from getting transferred everywhere. So I started working for Ricky. I learned how to do crime watches. And I got to work in the community. And like Dave said, if I wasn't painting walls, I met J.C. Zapata. I met him. He was a community councilman. And back then graffiti was rampant all over town. And if you had graffiti, you had to wait 6 months for the county to come paint it out. So Zapata and a good friend of his, Ubelo, he got me my first paint out. He invited me to go to my first paint out, and I go, this is pretty cool, I got the paint. I got accommodation for painting out a wall. It's like, wow. These poor guys take people to jail, nobody thank them. So right away I said, man, I get more stuff done painting walls. And so the painting out graffiti got into painting out the whole district. We established hotline numbers. You used to be able to call that your wall was hit, and the next morning we would paint it out. So we provided service. One of the reasons why that area has never incorporated is because we gave them such good service. They go, we don't want to be a city, we got to make here. We get everything we need. I used to take a weed eater to work sometimes and weed eat somebody's sidewalk. But again, it was something that we did. It was fun, and my day went by real quick, and I really enjoyed it. And Ricky let me do it. It's a lot of stuff that,
I love you, man.
From there, I got to go to Color Ridge. Color Ridge, I was the only Spanish speaker on an afternoon squad in Deep South. So what happened in Color Ridge is that at the very end of my shift, there was always a fight, Spanish speakers only, and I had to do it. So for those of you guys know how big Color Ridge is, it starts roughly at Color Ridge Mall, and it goes all the way to the end of the Dade County line. So I got tired of being on the north end and I had to drive south, so I used to stop at 288 in the turnpike. And that was my halfway point. So one day, if you guys ever get off at 288, I'm pushing your business down. There's a little food store, and that was my place to stop. So when I first started there, this young man here, Mr. Kapoor, he comes up and knocks on my, he walked up and then he introduced himself, and and I told him I'm just hanging out here writing reports. And that was in 2001. 2001, he invited me into the store. He says, hey, anytime you're here writing reports, you're welcome to come in here. Hence, I got to eat all types of sausages. I mean, whatever he was cooking, I ate it. But it also allowed me to respond quicker. So ever since that time, he's been a friend to me for all these years. He's like family because every holiday I get a text from him. Every New Year I get, I know Kapoor's still around. And then I saw his kids grow up. His daughter played volleyball. His son, Kapoor's like 6'4". So his kids are volleyball players, and his son is some poor guy all the way up in Midwest. But when I come by, I keep touch with him. We talk with his wife Lily. And those are just friendships that I thank God I was able to develop throughout the years. I could probably, we've got to leave here soon, but I could probably tell you a story about everybody here, but I'm not going to do that. After Color Ridge, I went to special events. Again, I met my friends in special events. Again, we were able to manage Super Bowls, World Series, festivals, carnivals, you named it, we did it. My kids learned how to drive a golf cart before they learned how to drive a car at the fair. So back then, if you were working, our command staff would let us, at least me at least, my kids would always come out and hang out at the fair with me. They'd go to the stadium, I'd get them tickets somehow, I don't know how, but get them tickets to go at baseball games. So my kids grew up with me at work, which made it a little bit easier. As you guys know, in this profession, sometimes we don't see our families, especially for activation. So it was a really good ride. Eventually, I went to Homeland, and that's where I finished off. And Homeland, again, it's been a unit that, for those of you that don't know, you think of Homeland Federal, but the county has their own Homeland Bureau. And and we handle so much stuff that a lot of people don't even realize. To see something, say something. If you think somebody's doing something hinky in your neighborhood, you call it in. Somebody's eventually going to investigate that and find out if it's something we need to worry about. So there's more stuff that we prevent than stuff that happens. And thank God that it continues that way. So the support that I have with Maggie and Mario and my captain major, it's been great. And again, it goes by fast. Whether you guys still working, it definitely goes by fast. Before you know it, you got to go. So I'll be around. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm going to stay in town. Debbie has a long list of stuff for me to do. Today I did cut the grass with my flip-flops, and now I'm doing 3 yards. I can't stand to see my neighbor's yards long, so I cut it and make it really look nice. So you guys have my number. I'm on Facebook. My cell number's on there. If you need anything, call me.
Can't get you out of tickets anymore.
I'm going to stay around as a reserve officer for now. So, I'll get abused once a month, twice a month. So. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Oh. The house on Star Island that they were joking around was Melissa's house. I had a cousin that was got a really good deal on a house. So when I got out of the academy, he says, "Hey, come to the house." So he had a boat and we would go boating. So I got to live a life of fun because of my cousin. So it was great. So I appreciate it. Thanks.